Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Mustafa and welcome to WP360. This is another video continuing the first video of creating WordPress on Linode. Now, that was the last video that I made. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description for you to check it out. Basically, we created a Linode and then we installed WordPress on it. In this video, we're gonna tackle some of the back-end stuff for the for WordPress, specifically the SSL and set up the domain. I did mention things about the domain, but I didn't go over it, and I figured let me just go over it really quick. So basically what happens is you get two IP addresses. The top one is the IPv4, the second one is IPv6. You need, basically this is your server right now. You need to tell the domain, your domain, you need to configure the DNS where it looks at those or point to those two IP addresses. So that's what we're gonna do. I already did all these things, but I'm just gonna walk you through it. So you're gonna go to whatever you have your domain, you look around, you're gonna find a DNS setting. So when you click on it, you will have an A record and AAAA record. This one is for IPv6, this one is IPv4. If you already have it, just click on it and edit it. If you don't have it, go ahead and click add record. When you click add record, you're just gonna select which one, and then you're just gonna put the value in there, and then you should be good to go. Again, this is if you have a mail server, anything, any of these DNS settings, it's inside that panel. But that once you do that, it should be good to go. You should have access to your domain. Once you type the domain, it will point at the server. Now, up until now, if you've followed along, you don't have SSL installed. You don't have this little guy in there. So this is what we're gonna do right now. Now, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to purchase an SSL. I will leave a few links for some of the websites or some of the companies that they provide SSL. It's really, at the end of the day, it's your SSL, and then what it's your choice what kind of SSL you're looking for. I did a regular SSL for this one, but you do have the option for a business SSL, wildcard. There's a lot of options. Just really quick, SSL, if you get the regular SSL, it's for one domain. If you get the wildcard, it's usually for that same domain and any subdomain of that main domain. So if you are planning to have a main domain and then subdomains, you need to buy the wildcard. Now, whenever you buy an SSL, you're gonna get these things. You're gonna get a certificate, you're gonna get a private key, usually the domain and then dash key, and then you're gonna get the cert itself. You're gonna get one that is .ca-bundle, and then you're gonna get one that it's the security certificate. Don't worry about the fourth one, but this is what the third one. This is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need the cert itself. This is called the bundle, the chain, and then you need the private key. Okay, now depending on the type of SSL that you're gonna purchase, if it's a business, they're gonna need to confirm your business. So you're gonna need to follow their direction of how or what do they do to verify that this is your business. Regular ones, they don't require that, but they do require you to verify that you own this domain. And then the way they do that is either with a text file. So this is a text file that I need to put it in a certain directory on my domain, and they will verify that it's my domain because I was able to upload this to the what they call it, to the server. And sometimes what they need is for them to email to send an email to an email address that ends with your domain. For example, they will send maybe to webmaster@fewneeds.com. So depending on what type of verification they offer, you're just gonna have to follow it. In this case, they only wanted me to add this to a certain directory on my server. I did it. I texted them, like I talked to them in the live chat, and they verified it, and everything was good to go within 10 minutes. Okay, so these are the files that you're gonna need. What you also going to need, you're going to need something called FileZilla. Now FileZilla is basically it's a FTP, it's file transfer protocol. Basically it will allow you to access your server's file, all the directories in your server. Okay, once you download the FileZilla, you're gonna put the host, which is the IP address, the IPv4, and then you're gonna put root as your username, and then you're gonna put the root password, the password that we generated when we did the server, not the root password for WordPress or login or things. No, the root password for the server. And then you're gonna select 22, that's the port number, and then you're just gonna click quick connect, and then it will connect you. I'm already connected. Once you connect, it's gonna look like this. This is basically your computer, and this is your remote server. So once you get inside there, you're gonna need to navigate to where you're gonna put those certificates, the private key, this is the private key, and then the certificate. Okay, so what you will need to do is inside your root, you're gonna go to etc, and then you're gonna scroll down, you're gonna look for SSL. It's usually at the end, so there's the SSL. You click on that, you're gonna see two things. You're gonna see certs and you're gonna see private. So your certs, which is the .crt, and then the CI bundle, they both go inside that cert. So you click on the cert, and then you click on those two files, control, and then the second file, and then you just click upload. It will go there. I already upload them, but they're already there. And then if you need to go to the private key, then you just need to go up a directory, go to the private key, and then you can see I already passed the private key in there. Okay, once you do that, you have the certificate, the chain certificate, and the private key where they belong. Again, inside the SSL, there's the cert. You're gonna put the cert and the CI bundle, and then the private key, you're gonna put your private key. Okay, and then you're done with this. You don't need this anymore. What you will need, and on the other hand, is you're gonna need to access the back end of your server. The easiest way to do it, Linode offer you this console. So you're gonna click on it, and then basically you're gonna have this. Let me just set it up really quick. So you're gonna access your server. Now, the first time you're gonna log in, it will ask you to put the username, which is gonna be root, and then the second is gonna ask you for a password, and then you're gonna put again the root password. Okay, what will happen is you will be at the main directory. Oh, CS, I need CD. Okay, so you're gonna be in the main directory. When you're gonna type in ls, nothing is gonna show up. This is a new directory that I just created, but I don't really need it. But what you need is to do ls. When in Linux, this is gonna show you the list of the files and directory -a. You're gonna see these they call it dot directories. So don't worry about what they do, but you need to navigate to go to the dot directory. That's where you're gonna see everything. So we're gonna cd dot, and we're gonna go to that directory. When we do ls right now, boom, we got all the files that we need. Now, once you select the Linode, and then the one-click installation for WordPress is gonna select Debian 10, and it's gonna install WordPress, and it's gonna create a web server for you using Apache. So you need to navigate where Apache is. So we're gonna navigate to etc. So I'm gonna go one by one so you can just see it. So that's the etc. So we're just gonna do etc. We can see that we are in etc right now, and then this is the files that they are inside the etc. The file that we're gonna need is called Apache. So Apache 2, we're gonna go there, and then if we're gonna do ls, we're gonna see the files in there. What we need is the sites available. So in a very high level, what is happening here is you're taking the folders in the Apache configuration, and then you're creating sites. So if you need to host multiple websites, you can do that with the sites available. We only have one, so we're just gonna cd to sites, and then if you just if you type in the first two letters and tap, it will just take you there. And then we're gonna do another ls, and you're gonna see here that we're seeing some SSLs. We have a default.config, you have a default -SSL, and then you have the WordPress. What we need is the WordPress. So we're gonna use, if you're familiar with Linux, then you probably know that you need to use a text editor. In my case, I'm gonna use Nano, and I'm gonna try to access WordPress. And then this is the WordPress configuration file. So like I said, I already did all these just to make sure that it's working, and almost every time you're gonna do it, you're gonna run into an issue. So I just made sure that it's working, and I'm gonna try to explain it in a very easy way, but also just try to be comprehensive with it. So here you notice that there is a virtual host. This is what I'm talking about. You're just creating a virtual host for every domain. In this case, and then sometimes this happens, but you just launch it again. I think there's some sort of a security in there. So this is the domain that we're setting up for now. We're gonna just basically, the most important one is the document root. Again, once you set up, this is all gonna be ready for you. We're not adding anything in here specifically just yet. So you can see that the virtual host will just basically give it a wildcard. So any domain that goes there that comes from port 80, it needs to go through this. But again, we don't need port 80 because port 80 is not secure. It's the regular HTTP, it's not HTTPS. So what we need is we need to create another virtual host that targets the SSL, that targets port 443, which is the HTTPS. But what we need to tell the virtual host for the port 80 is to redirect. And that's what you're gonna add inside the first virtual host. Is you're gonna redirect permanent, and then you're gonna put the directory, the home directory, and you're just basically gonna direct it to https://fewneat.com. So what will happen is if somebody somewhere type in https://fewneats.com without the HTTPS, it will automatically hit this route, hit the 8080, and then it's going to be redirected to the secure one, because we don't want them to access the website from any other virtual host. What you will need to add is you will need to add another virtual host. In this case is the virtual host that is listening to port 443, and that's where the HTTPS is transmitted through. So again, information is the same thing. Document is the same area. Server name, just put whatever name you want. Here's what really matters on this one. We're gonna go with SSL engine on. We're gonna turn the SSL engine on, and we're gonna navigate to those files. So remember the files that we add in FileZilla? This is what we need to type. I'm gonna have these in there's gonna be a link down in the description with all the code. It's going to be a link to my website. It's going to be a blog post that have all the links, all the steps, if you want to just follow them that way too. Okay, so SSL certificate file, that's the main file. You need to navigate etc SSL. Remember the same way where we went to upload the files. So you notice there's cert, the .crt, and then the .ca bundle. Okay. And then the final one is going to be SSL certificate key file, and then you're just going to give the file to that wherever you install it. But it's usually you have to follow this etc SSL private, and then you put it there, and that's basically your virtual host. Once you're done, in my case I'm using Nano, I need to write it out, so I'm going to create Control-O. It's going to try to save it, just cancel out of it, keep the same name, and then you can exit from this. And then once this is done, you're gonna need to restart. Let me see if I have it here. I think it should be there somewhere. I'll keep doing that. So you're gonna need to restart you're gonna need to restart the server. Okay, so this is what you need. Well, first of all, hold on, before, let me just go back. You need to type in this. This is what's gonna activate the SSL. That's gonna basically tell the server, go ahead and activate SSL. Once you type in this command, again, I'm gonna have everything down in the description, and then you're just gonna do this, restart Apache. You can restart Apache anytime you want. You click enter, and then it should be good to go. If there is a problem, you're gonna get an error, and it's gonna tell you what's the error is. It's gonna tell you to run the command, because it's gonna tell you to systemctl status apache2.service, and it's gonna tell you what the problem is, and then you can correct it. And basically, every time you restart, it's gonna look at the syntax. There's an error, syntax error. I had a syntax error, so it was giving me an issue, but I fixed it. I just went to click this. I went to the folder. Actually, I'm just gonna give you what's going on. So this is what's gonna tell you. Before, it will tell me failed here, and then here somewhere it will just tell you what's the issue is. The issue is not gonna continue to read because it's a virtual terminal. You just click the arrow, and then you move between the files. Not the files, the same file, but two sections of the file. So that's basically what it is. Okay, and again, if you have a question, please just don't hesitate to shoot me, I don't know, a comment, or follow me on social media and ask the question. But if you enable the SSL and then you restart your Apache, no problems. You shouldn't have any problems. You're gonna come back to your dashboard, and then you're gonna go to settings, and you're gonna need to change this. Now, originally, when you first log in here, you're gonna see the IP address here. You need to remove that IP address, put the HTTPS, make sure to put the S in here, and then you save this setting, and then it will ask you to re-log in, because at this point you're logged in with HTTP, and then you tell it to, okay, stop looking at this, look at the HTTPS. When you click on it, it will ask you to redirect, and then it's gonna go to the host, it's gonna redirect it to HTTPS, and then you log in again, and then you're good to go. You're gonna see this little thing in here. Now, at any stage of the development, you can add an SSL, but I really highly recommend first to get SSL. Even if you get a cheap one, just get a decent one. Okay, Komodo makes really good SSLs. That's the one that I installed here. And then make sure to do the SSL part at the beginning. Why? Because any development that you're gonna do, the way WordPress works inside the media, when you add a file here, it will create a link to it. What that means, if you're developing and then linking everything with HTTP, when you put the HTTPS, it's gonna be like, where is this file? I don't know where's this file. So you're just gonna have to go and edit them manually, and you don't want this hassle. Okay, and again, you go to the general setting, you change this. Make sure to add the tagline in here, like I mentioned before. Permalink, post name. This is the things that I changed right away once I set up WordPress, and then I just discourage search engine from doing it. And then after that, you should be all set. Your SSL is good, your domain is pointing at the server, your WordPress is done and good. And then yeah, that should be it, really. I don't think I missed anything. Again, I'm gonna make another video about it, but just in case you need to quickly access your file, just download this plugin, WP File Manager. That's the where I needed to create a new directory to validate my SSL. It's basically in here, so I used this to create it. If you want, I'll probably make a separate video to talk about it, but it's pretty simple. You just create a new directory right here, and then you name it, and then you upload the files, drag and drop. Okay, so that should be it. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I really truly appreciate it. Do me a solid, hit that subscribe button, help me reach my next goal of 1,000 subscribers. Become a Patreon, link down in the description. I will put your name on my website, and then the first 10 Patreons will have a special space on my website. Finally, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, leave a comment, and I We'll see you in the next video.